Aw, thank you. But there is actually, before we end off today, there is somebody that I want you to meet. Some of you have seen on Blue Sky that there is a debut coming soon. I do have a VTuber model that is coming. Discord, why are you being stupid? Is it? Okay, there we go. So, one of the things that I had commissioned was a little friend of mine. Streamlabs, why are you freaking out here? Like, why are we doing this stuff? Okay, it's being stupid. But I had her commissioned a while ago. For those who don't know the history of my channel, she was the one who started it all. You'll notice in the about section of my page in the Twitch panels, there's a little section for this one. Guys, I'd like you to meet Holly. She is our, she's the reason why I started my channel in the first place. And, she is the reason that I have made it through my school years and everything. Her story is told through the Twitch panel and my, channel points because, you can actually redeem points to pet her. Her artist will be credited once the debut goes live. I'm still working on some stuff before it happens. But we will definitely be going from there. And obviously I'll keep you guys updated on when the VTuber's gonna debut and whatnot. But Holly's my baby girl. Like, there's no way that I wouldn't have her with me. Oh no, there is a head pats option that's going to be given to me, but it's not on right now. So it's just like, there's a separate head pat option just for Holly. So if someone wants to try that, they are more than welcome to. But, excuse me, phone. So now you can see that we're gonna, I have to increase that size a bit, but, so it actually goes over her head. Like, I will always, if anybody ever asks me how she and I met, I'm always happy to tell that story. And, yeah, she's been so special. Let me just... I'll read it out to those who aren't able to go to my Twitch channel because this is going to go up on my YouTube channel later, like my main one. Um, my little friend you see on stream is Holly. She was my first friend who really stuck with me through the years. She was my baby girl, and I love her so much. She loved things like chasing paper balls and drinking water from the sink. But she was there for the majority of my school life. She was my mom's menace, but she loved her too. We all did. Hell, when we got her, we noticed a tattoo in her ear, thinking that she was some part of a freak experiment. But nah, she was a feral that was to show that she had been spayed. Unfortunately, she passed away on March 25th, 2014, of mouth cancer. I never got to say goodbye, but I want you guys to know her too. So she's going to be on stream with me forever. The numbers on her ear read 0405 for her birthday, April 5th. I'll never forget her. If you ask me on stream how she and I met, I will be more than happy to share it. You can also pet her using channel points if you like, so please, I hope you show her the same love that I do. Oh, I'm glad to see you guys like her. Um, but she will obviously be here throughout the entire thing. Cat does cat things, so she'll be in like random places that might cover the chat or whatnot. Um, but still, Cat does cat things. I can't control Cat. Uh, but yeah, she's so special to me. Um, I can actually tell the story on stream now before we go. Um, so this was back in like first grade. I was about like 5 or 6 years old at the time, and we had just lost our cat Sandy. Point redeemed to put her on your head. I don't know about that. I mean, we could, but I wouldn't know how to put that into place. I just figured the head pats would be the simplest for her, you know? Um, after we had lost Sandy, I went to my mom, and she had one moment of weakness because you know what I did? I went up to her and was like, well, you picked a cat, and Dad picked a cat, and Amy picked a cat, so why can't I pick a cat? If she were awake, she'd be coming in like, I had one moment of weakness. um, so I think it was like a month or two later where, I come home from school and she's like, hey Jenny, you want to go look at kitties? I'm like, ah! I was so happy. And we went to, this shelter that she was from was called Wanderer's Rest. It's actually where we got Scarlett and Sam too. Uh, and they've been excellent. So when we went, I wore like a jacket that had like a couple of like the strings that you pull to make things tighter. Like you guys get what I mean, right? Like they have like the metal end at the bottom. Um no, ad break, stop it. I'm going to snooze. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay. Uh but I had those little tassels with like the metal ends at them. And I was going in at the time we had Courtney, who was our gray cat that basically was like part squirrel, we swear. And she liked to curl. She was like all gray, and she had her tail that she chose to curl around to her side because it was the most comfortable for her. We never really found out the reason why. She just did it. But our china cabinet was her perch, and then there was Farley, who we got when I was 3. Farley was a kitten that my dad was from a client that my dad was fixing the computer for, and they bred Maine Coons. Farley was a cat that had seizures, so they couldn't breed her. So they're like, we can't have her in here anymore. And sure enough, as soon as she comes to our house, no seizures whatsoever. Until, like, she's, like, extremely old and towards the end of her lifespan. But, yeah. So, I was deciding on a cat that looked like Sandy. So, like, an orange tabby cat. And it was, like, a big playroom and whatnot. For all the kitties to play in. And then there was another kitty that, was almost like a Maine Coon. Like, very long hair, that sort of deal. Like, black and brown, that sort of deal. And then, all of a sudden, I feel a tug on my jacket. I look down, and there she is. Holly was there. I tried to pet her, and she let me do it, and then I went back to looking around, and then she kept coming after me, and I'm like, okay, it's obvious she's chosen me at this point. Obviously, I didn't think that, but now looking back at it, I'm like, okay, yeah, no, that was her just choosing me at that point. So I'm like, Mom, I want this one. Yeah, that's how we brought her home. When I say she was a menace to my mom, I'm not kidding. So, there was a time when my dad got my mom a new jewelry box that she had been wanting, and it was really nice, and it had, like, glass windows in it and whatnot. Okay? So, my mom was in the bathroom. My dad and my sister were in my parents' bedroom on the computer and whatnot, and I was heading over to my mom. All of a sudden, she hears this loud crash. Holly had jumped up onto the dresser where the jewelry box was and just went up behind it and went smashed glass everywhere. She liked to cause trouble. But yeah. Oh, that's my girl. But, like, it was just so funny. And I will say, if we had known about this, we wouldn't have done it. But because I got a little close to her, and she scratched me behind my ear, my dad opted to Chaos Incarnate from a yeah, just about. My dad opted to declaw her front paws. Again, I would never ever do this if I had known what was going on, and how declawing actually works. Which, guys, if you ever, have problems with your cat's nails, just make sure you keep up with the nails, or at least give them, nail caps. because, like, declawing is not something that anybody should be doing at all. It's not healthy. It causes them a lot of pain later on in life. No. Because it's basically cutting off their toes, like the first joint of their toes, and it's no. We don't do that. We like the kitties. We like to keep them safe and happy and everything. One of the reasons why my little booger is the reason why we had to move all of her furniture was she would bat at our Legos. Oh my gosh. I love it. But yeah, Holly will be here all the time. Like, she's never gonna go off the stream. If anybody asks me to take her off, I'm gonna be like, hell no. Absolutely not. Oh yeah, Prelude, right? Yeah. I mean, hey, it works. But yeah, that's Holly. That's my girl. If you guys want to see some videos of her, look up Fetch Camera. That is my vlog channel and my new VOD channel. For like all the old Twitch stuff that I have. And, you'll see, like, the very, very old vlogs that I did back in, like, my senior year of high school. You get to see some of her footage and all that fun stuff, so I highly recommend you go check it out. But, yeah. What do you say we find somebody to raid?